The NFL on EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here we go from Heinz Field as Chris Boswell tees it up and boots it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
Time to bring the bass bird. Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why I do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray-Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. Pull both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises, one of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Ready? 98 to Mike. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. Ingram's got the first down and more as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Ingram again, a first down carry. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Jackson flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers. Steelers 40
yards. That's another Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Got him in. It's Brown. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 18. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Bud Dupree showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Play action. It's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Now he'll pull it down, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. 22 yards. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off, too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted-for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 20. First carry for James Conner. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. On 2nd down, Conner looking for space. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
Hey, box truck, box truck. Come to wild work. We want it.
Here we go on 4th down with Roethlisberger. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Ingram. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They go play action now. Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Nick Boyle there to make the grab as the Ravens push further out in front. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
30. Alert, alert. Tight into the right, boy. Tight into the right. Move.
On 2nd down, Samuels. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Stop your running. Hey. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full street. 48 Mike. 48 Mike.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. 2 minutes to play, first half, it's 14-0.
Let's go! All right, now, wide 80.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Back 20.
On 2nd and 12, Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 40.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
He'll find Smith-Schuster again. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
On the set. Hey, we got Mike 50. Mike 50, huh?
Play action. Now Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. This is counter. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Cut.
On 1st and 10 is counter. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Roethlisberger on target to Washington. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
First down, Pittsburgh.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
At the Ravens' 47-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, a run with Connor. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
On 1st down, it's Samuels. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Black 20. 48 to Mike. Watch QB draw.
They'll look to run with Connor, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner taking it in, and the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Try to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. This is Ingram. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter play. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Ingram. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They go play action with Jackson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Marcus Peters up to make the tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
49, 230, no foul. These two. Get in the weight room. Hey, alert 48. Lock it back.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
It's our time.
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now it's Jackson buying time to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Let him know, let him know.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And that is incomplete. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive or no? And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Johnson, the intended target. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, often...
And he will score! Touchdown, Baltimore! A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
After the interception, here's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And defensively trying to beat the 2-minute warning with a timeout, and they do. Calling it with 2:04 left. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now it's Jackson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. Hard throw, incomplete. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
48 to Mike. Hey, Haywood. Here we go.
They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Buddy up. 50, Mike's 50. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Andrews, 29 yards as the Ravens push further out in front.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Steelers first down.
Roethlisberger now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they take a knee. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah.
The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest. Tupac in the prison, man, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in.